Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the local show, the 2022 early fall edition. I'm your host, Tom Sicoscio Jr., along with my good friend and co-host, Steve Roberts. On the local show, we have conversations about local business with business owners, CEOs, CFOs, entrepreneurs, civic organizations, nonprofits, business advocates, and other business-friendly organizations. We talk about how they got into business, why they do business right here in Syracuse, New York, and where their businesses might be going in the future. You will hear all about their successes, their challenges, opportunities, marketing, and advertising. We are broadcasting from the iHeartMedia studios, sponsored by Gettys Federal Savings and Loan and Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. Good weekend to Steve Roberts. How are you there?
I am doing great. I gained some weight because I went to the fair.
Yeah.
At least that's what I blame.
You can do that.
You know? Oh, it's good. The food is good over there.
Yeah. I haven't had a bloomin' onion or anything this year.
Yeah, I read how many calories are in a bloomin' onion.
How many?
It's like 1,500.
Oh, that's all?
In one
you can work
onion.
that off.
In one onion. No, you can't.
No.
Have you looked in the mirror? No, you can't. If I looked in the mirror, no, we can't. But I did have a lobster roll. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I could do that. Is it real lobster
Real
or
lobster.
imitation?
No, it's the real deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No, because I'm allergic to shellfish, so I can't.
Oh, well, I'll get you one then.
I don't.
I'll bring it over.
I don't want to sound.
I forgot that. I'll deliver.
I don't want to sound
So
shellfish.
you can't
but-
eat shrimp,
Shrimp, yeah, bad. I break out now, yeah.
crab legs, lobster, any of that stuff?
You know, and it happened so many years ago, and they say that stuff can come and go. So my wife feels like I'm just, being a baby, that I should just try it.
Well, she says that about everything.
It's like, honey, you want a chance anaphylactic shock here at the restaurant?
So she's like, honey, sign, here's our life insurance policy. Sign here? Here.
Yeah,
Okay,
great.
let's try that lobster.
Now, if we only had a life insurance policy, we'd be all
Oh,
set.
my gosh. Do you like the taste of shellfish?
I do. I used to eat lobster and shrimp all the time. And then all of a sudden it just gets you.
It's a wonderful thing.
And anyway. Hey, we've got a great show for you, folks. Lots of interesting guests coming up. Sharif Bey is the owner of Syracuse Kung Fu. He will be up first, and then Steve Irwin stops by, transportation manager of Clinton's Ditch. Sheila Ostrom brings a friend, Bernadette Tripp, at Senior Home Care and Alzheimer's Solutions. We'll talk all about their business. Joe Scrippa stops by, the owner of the Scrippa Group. We'll talk real estate with him. Dan Palladino, Heritage Hill Brew House. He'll stop by for a conversation. Jim Deakins is the owner of Crossroads Auction Center. And then Anthony Wallone, the owner of the Gem Diner. He'll be by. And then Carmen Sesta will wrap things up. He's the owner of Carm's Doghouse. All on the local show today, so you stick around, okay? First up, let's bring a new guest onto the show, and we say a hearty, healthy good morning to Sharif Bey, the owner and chief instructor of Syracuse Kung Fu. How are you?
Good morning, everybody.
It's great. So, did I say your name properly or close?
Yes, you did.
Close?
You were right on.
Oh, awesome.
Perfect.
That's right, because I was going to call you Master Shifu, but I'm restraining myself. Oh, no, I just did.
I'm sorry.
Because I'm not a Kung Fu master, I'm more like Kung Fu Panda, and built like Kung Fu Panda, by the way. So tell us a little bit about yourself. How'd you get to Syracuse? Where were you born, raised, and then what brought you here?
Oh, wow. Well, I was born in Long Beach, California.
Ooh.
West Coast baby. Yeah, West Coast baby. And I came to live with my father in New York at age 4. And so one of the first things he did, we went to a martial arts demonstration. And so it was like, it chose me.
Oh, okay.
I saw it at age 4 and that was it. And so for my 5th birthday, he bought me lessons. And that was it.
And you were hooked ever.
That was it.
Was that in this area of New York or downstate?
Downstate, New York City.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So then you come up here. Did you go to school here, or how'd you get here?
Yeah, I came to Syracuse University.
Very nice.
Krause College, Visual and Performing Arts program, illustration.
Oh,
That's
all
what I
right.
did, yeah.
Hey, we're looking for an illustrator. That's That's pretty nice. And we can have Kung Fu in the middle,
There you go.
all day.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Those things don't go together anywhere.
No.
Except with you.
Right, absolutely.
So do you call it a dojo? Is it?
That's Japanese. So,
Okay.
Kung Fu is a Chinese term. The actual term, it sounds really weird and people are not familiar with it, so we don't use it. But the actual term is Mo Gun, which means martial school or martial gym.
How do you say it again?
Mo Gun.
Okay.
There
Yeah.
you go. Yeah, Steve,
Yeah.
try it.
I got it. More gone.
There you go. There you
That's what
go.
happens when time gets to the buffet. More's gone.
More's gone.
Oh, goodness.
How'd I do?
There you go.
So, when you opened up your school,
Yes.
how long has that been in operation now?
I've been teaching professionally since 2003.
Okay.
I've always had students here or there. It was 2003 when I decided, I said, you know what, I might as well do this thing for real. You know, I love teaching. As it relates to art, right? You know, we say martial art, and so there's the science of broadcasting.
Right.
Then there's the art of being a good broadcaster.
Sure.
We ignore both of them.
Steve breaks all the rules.
You know, and so that was, you know, that's always been a passion of mine. You
Yeah.
know, it really is. And I said, well, you know what, I might as well do the whole thing for real. And so I started in 2003 with a few students, and then it just grew from there.
And what will students learn?
Oh wow! So you know, I get to plug myself.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, so you know,
Yeah.
most people are looking at martial arts as self-defense or fighting or exercise, you know, but we teach complete martial culture.
Okay.
So for the Chinese martial arts, it's not just bare hand fighting, weapons fighting. There's the history, there's the etiquette, there's the medicine, and there's the culture. So all of these things, and I'm proud to say we're probably the only complete Chinese martial arts school in the upstate New York area.
Right.
Yeah.
So all of the philosophies that go along with it.
Huge.
You know, so it's really a lifestyle. It's not just about, you know, hey, I want to get in, you know, a fist fight or something.
We call it the Kung Fu life. You know, and it's still very, very related to the military mindset. You know, martial means military,
Okay.
but has, you know, martial arts, you know, as it exists predominantly in the United States now, it's more competitive than military.
Yeah.
So people determine whether they're good or not based on whether they could beat someone else or not.
Yeah.
You know, and that's we preserve the martial mindset, meaning it's like the difference of what I tell parents, even with their children. I say, look at a group of high schoolers in the locker room on a football team a few minutes before they take the field. That's the competitive mindset, right?
Right.
Now take that same group of high schoolers and put them on a C-130 about to get dropped in a hot zone.
Oh, wow.
That's the military mindset. So we're not tough guys per se, but what makes us strong is the willingness and the ability to sacrifice something of ourselves for something greater than ourselves.
Wow. So, kids?
Yes.
Adults? So briefly tell us who you would help.
Oh wow, I take them as young as 5. I've had a few exceptions. I've had a couple 4-year-olds that were old men in little bodies that I've taken. But even with the children, we can teach the same level of sacrifice, because sacrifice is sacrifice, whether it's sacrificing my health or safety for my loved ones, for my country, for my community, for my principles, or sacrificing a few hours on the Xbox for my homework.
Right.
It's still sacrifice. And if we can get children to think like that early on, then
Yeah.
man, we create better.
So
society.
Kung Fu is Chinese.
Yes, sir.
Taekwondo is
Korean.
Is Korean.
Yes.
And karate is
Japanese.
So there's the
Right.
Yeah.
all
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this, there's another difference about those three. I'm glad you brought that up. Taekwondo is one style, comes from Korea, national martial art of Korea. Then you've got karate, which comes out of Japan by way of Okinawa.
Right.
And there's different sub-styles of the one style of karate. Kung Fu is just a slang word.
I see.
It's just a slang word to describe any martial art from China. So the word Kung Fu itself does not denote specifically martial arts. Kung Fu is an idiom that means a skill that took a long time and a lot of effort and repetition to acquire. So in China, a master chef is called a Kung Fu person.
Okay, so if people want to have a conversation with you, 395-3814.
Absolutely.
So area code 315, that's the big one.
Yeah, the big-
So phone number 395-3814.
Excellent, and we'll get people involved. Thank you very much. Sharif Anil Bey, he is the owner and chief instructor at Syracuse Kung Fu. Great to meet you. We'll have you on again.
Likewise.
And you have a great rest of the day. Okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Coming up next, we're going to talk with Steve Irwin. He's the transportation manager at Clinton's Ditch, the Pepsi place, next on the local show on 570 WSYR. Oh, it goes by so fast. I
Nice.
really want to talk more. Could have had you on for 3 seconds.
Very nice, very nice.
Doesn't Kung Fu mean open hand? What's open
No,
hand? What's
no.
the open hand?
Karate.
Oh, that's karate.
But now that's an interesting story as well, because like I mentioned, karate is Japanese by way of Okinawa. Okinawa is a little tiny island in between.
I got a son in Okinawa right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My son's in Okinawa.
It's an island between Japan and China, and for years China kind of controlled it culturally and everything, and so their martial arts is influenced by China, and then Japan just said to hell with it and just took it over, and so the Okinawans are fighting the Japanese, and they lost, and so the term karate originally meant China hand.
Oh.
But when the Japanese took it over, they said now it means empty hand.
Now, from what I understand, it means amazing food.
There you go.
He'll be back in 9 days. 9
That's
days.
right. Yeah.
But yeah, he's been there a couple years in the Air Force.
Nice. So beautiful.
So we'll get him back.
Beautiful.
Come back.
Then he's going to the metropolis of. Do you know where that's ever
Yeah,
going?
you to Idaho.
But he'll probably be. They say he'll probably be deployed to Idaho. He'll probably go there and then end up. It's kind of a so.
Yeah.
He'll end
Man,
up-
it's going by fast though, isn't it?
Yeah.
He'll be done with his tour.
Yeah.
We'll be saying, oh, he's home now.
Yeah. So,
It's,
all right, Dandy.
it's great to meet you.
Likewise,
Really great to meet you.
likewise. It's a pleasure.
We're gonna
Absolutely.
get Steve up there and.
Here you go.